Hi, welcome to the video lesson on attachment. This video lesson will be done in several segments. Attachment. As your book defines it, the emotional bond that forms between an infant and their caregivers, especially his or her parents. Historically, they used to think that attachment would only form between a single individual, usually the mother, and the infant. Later it was discovered that an infant can form multiple attachments to mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, next door neighbors. So multiple attachments can be formed. About 100 years ago, people assumed that the infant caregiver bond resulted primarily from the mother's role in satisfying the infant's need for food. And it was a provision of food that led to attachment. Harry Harlow wanted to assess this claim to see if it was probably true or probably false. So he studied rhesus monkeys and separated young rhesus monkeys from their mothers. And he did rhesus monkeys because, as you can easily imagine, you really can't do this with human children. And in a nutshell, what he did was that he had the young rhesus monkeys raised by one of two surrogate mothers. You have this picture in your book. One was a wire cylinder covered with a soft terry cloth, and it provided contact comfort, but it provided no food. The other one on the right was the bare wire cylinder with a feeding bottle attached to its chest. No real descriptive face, nothing really about it. Provided no contact comfort, but it provided food. And what Harlow found was that the rhesus monkeys spent most of the time with the one that provided contact comfort. And contact comfort is what seems to be important for attachment, this emotional bond between infant and caregiver. So here's a couple other pictures of the rhesus monkeys, and you can see on the left that the young rhesus monkey is clinging to the one that provides contact comfort. On the other picture, you can see the rhesus monkey staying with the one that provides contact comfort and reaching over and getting food from the other one. So contact comfort, again, is important for attachment. Food did not seem to be one of the primary factors. Again, going back to our beliefs about the world around us, these expectations, these beliefs we have about the world around us can influence our behavior, and it can lead us into strategies, in this case, attachment. It can lead us to strategies that aren't very effective if we believe that it's food that is associated with attachment. Now, this idea of contact comfort can be applied broadly, because I'm willing to bet, just like in my face-to-face classes, that almost none of you are going to raise rhesus monkeys. So how can you apply your knowledge other than raising rhesus monkeys? Because if we can only apply it to rhesus monkeys, then we really don't have a lot of use for this line of research. So take a moment, pause the video. Where can you use the ideas of Harry Harlow and his work on attachment with the monkeys? So pause the video. Unpause the video. So hopefully you obviously came up with an easy response would be use it with children. So if you want to form this attachment with children, you need to provide some safe contact comfort. Don't touch people or infants if the contact is not wanted. Now, another thing you could have come up with is pets. If you have cats, dogs, and you want them to be emotionally attached to you, petting them is one way of forming this emotional bond, especially when they're frightened. And if you have cats and dogs, you know that fireworks, thunder, and loud noises can scare those pets. Some people even say applying it broadly, just relationships in general. Although you do have to be careful with contact comfort uh, when touching other people, because there are some laws and social norms that you do have to be careful about. So this concludes the first video lesson on attachment. Thank you.